Alright, what's up everyone? Lots happening in this one today. Most important of all, we're going to get out there and do some good old-fashioned game hunting. I've got a pile of stuff on the ground here which I'll skim over very quickly with the camera. We'll talk about it later on, but we're going to be doing a bulk deal and shifting a load of stuff out of here and getting some money back in here towards the car budget. We'll get back up to the game room here later on, we'll do a bit more tidying and maybe we'll pull a few more things out of the game room, talk about what we've sold today and kind of just have a look at a few more bits that maybe we can move out and do an update on how the budget for the car is going. So yeah, as I said, lots happening in this one today and not much time to do it, so let's get straight out there and we'll see you back in the game room later on. So just at the meeting point waiting for Alistair now. We both kind of drove 45 minutes to kind of meet each other halfway, so just waiting for him to get here now, get this deal done, get these boxes out of the car and then we'll hit Drogheda and get some game hunting in. How's things, you alright? So yeah, it's 3 boxes there. This is the only one we'll talk about. The rest of it is just, as I said, it's all just a mix of, do you know what I mean? So the low value trade, it's a nice nick, or else it's probably a bit, I don't think any of it's horrific, like, but the rest of it's probably stuff I look at and it's like, I wouldn't bother bringing it up to see it. This, I just threw this divider in. This here, it's just, you probably would have even seen in the picture, that's just like empties, yeah. It's empties, there's a few disc onlys, PS1 disc onlys there as well, do you know what I mean? So there's probably some decent enough stuff in there. There's a few wee sports floating around in there somewhere. You'll find your bit of value in it anyway, I'm sure, like grand. And there's your wear with pride. Alright, so we've seen Alistair off. We're in Drogheda now. Let's jump into the first charity shop, see if we can find any games. So here we are at the big Vincent's. Hopefully they have a few nice bits for us today. Pretty much the same stuff that's been here the last few months. So no joy in the first two. Did have a good route around that last one. You probably seen me looking at plush and bears and stuff like that. I'm kind of keeping an eye out for the Jellycat ones. You know, they've been really popular the last year or two and they cost a few quid as well, so I'm sure they'll kind of start appearing in charity shops fairly soon. This might be something we might be able to make a few quid profit on if the price right, but nothing in that one. But we'll keep moving. We still have 6 charity shops to go to. We might pop into CX as well and have a little look, see if there's anything nice in there. Yeah, let's keep moving, see if there's anything out there for us. Seems like every CX in the world has a copy of Paper Mario on the GameCube at the moment. A couple of DS Chrono Triggers there, 164. I'm not really seeing anything that we have to leave with, so let's keep going, get some more charity shops. Okay, we have games. Yeah, looking decent though. I have been flicking through some of the box sets and stuff like that off camera, but so far nothing worth trading in. Look at these. Are these the original? I just grabbed all those wrestling figures. There was 14 of them. I spent €14 on them. They weren't in the best of condition, but it's not really something I see too much in the charity shops. And I wasn't even talking to Mrs. Retro Games Ireland the night before the Royal Rumble was on about how I'd love to get like all the figures back again. Had them all years ago, so that's 14 of them back in the collection. Like I said, not the best condition, but for €1 each, couldn't leave them in the charity shop. It's been a long time since we've seen a game in this one. I said we'll do what we always do. We'll have a route around off camera, we'll pull them all out and make sure, but yeah, don't think today is going to be the day. Still no games, it's looking like it's going to be turning into one of those days, but still 3 stops to go, it only takes 1. We're going to hit these last 2 as quick as we can. It looks like it's gonna piss down. Can you try and do it? No, they're not. Again, looks like a picture. So as you say, once again, the slow start to the year continues. Seen a few games in a few shops, but it looked fairly picked through. To be perfectly honest, a lot of the stuff that was still in there was stuff that I left behind the last time I was in Drogheda. I don't think I've been here this year yet, am I right in saying that? It was probably late last year, maybe a couple of weeks before Christmas, I can't remember. But anyway, we picked up a few small bits. In that last stop, I just got these 2 Assassin's Creed PS3 games. They were €1 each. They're only worth €1 each, but what I will say is they both came with the manuals and both the discs are absolutely perfect. So I know we have these 2 games at home. Brotherhood is a platinum, but again, I wouldn't be 100% sure if there's manuals and stuff in the ones I have at home or if the discs are as nice as this, but if nothing else, they make good bundlers. If we pick up a PS3 at some stage that we need to move on, we just throw a few Assassin's Creed games in there. Gives it a bit more extra value, so for the sake of spending €2 on 2 nice clean Assassin's Creed games, just thought, why not? And then, funny enough, speaking of Alistair, who we met up with earlier on, he was sending me a few snaps last week of some stuff he picked up in charity shops, and he kind of said to me, you know, don't skimp over the kids DVD sections because you can find a few bits. So I kind of had to root through all the kids DVD sections. I didn't bother showing it on camera or anything like that, but yeah, I picked out a few bits, scanned a few bits, didn't really find anything. But in last stop, I grabbed this Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders. Scooby-Doo DVDs are still kind of popular enough, especially when it's the sort of old original cartoons. This was fine, the disc was in nice condition. It was 50 cents, and I'm pretty sure, I think it only trades for like £2 or something like that. But you know, we have a few bits at home that we've kind of held back that we were going to bring up to CX because I still want to get myself sort of 1 or 2 nice things out of that little trade bundle before we kind of sell off all the other stuff that we're getting rid of from the collection. So we'll add this to the pile. It's an extra £150, sure, look, it's not to be sniffed at. And then I didn't film it, but after that I met up with Mrs. Retro Games Ireland. We went for a bit of lunch and just popped back into the CX, because the CX I was in, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier on or not, but kind of walked in, I was having a look at the retro stuff and I was kind of panning the camera over, and then I realised that there was actually a staff member the other side. I think they actually have like a little break area the other side of the glass, so I don't know if he's seen me or not, but kind of put the camera away then, didn't bother sort of walking around with it. But I went back in just for a look around, kind of felt like spending a few bob since we hadn't found any games, so I just grabbed 2 more cheap Wii U ones for the collection. Got Mass Effect 3 was €4 and just got this copy of Zombie U because it was only a £5. I think at one stage this was 10 or 12 and maybe it's gone down, but the reason I got them now, I haven't even looked at the discs yet, was they both had the sort of inlays with them. I know Wii U games generally don't come with manuals, but this one does. It comes with like a little, I wouldn't call it a manual, it's more like a fold out sort of inlay thing. But yeah, it actually came with, it's like a little, I wouldn't call it, is it a map? Really open it up and have a look at it. No, it's not really a map, it's just a little bit of bonus artwork that comes with it. So I don't know how often you come across it complete like that, but like I said, for €5 for the sake of grabbing something in there, I said why not. And then yeah, the Mass Effect 3, there's this there, and that does come with like a little, again, they're not manuals, but just little inlays with the logo on it. And this actually came with the unscratched Club Nintendo points as well, so I think there's people out there that actually collect them, so maybe that puts an extra few quid on the value of it or something, I don't know. But yeah, 2 games just for the sake of picking something up while we were out and about. But that was it for the pickups for this one, as I just felt like grabbing a couple of games just to have something to show off. But yeah, we got back to the game room. Not sure if I'll go into the full sort of cleanse on one of this one. We might keep that full purge for another episode, but either way, we'll get back up to the game room and have a little chat about how we're getting on moving a few games out of there. So see us back there. And we're back up in the game room now. We've already showed the game pickups that we grabbed in Drogheda while we were sitting in the car waiting, but I forgot to show off all the wrestling lads here. So I mentioned I got 14 of them. I'm fairly familiar with who everyone is, but there's a few I'm not too sure about. So I mean, it'd be easy to like Google Lensman or whatever like that, but I'll show the figures off. If anyone knows who any of the ones that I don't know are, just let me know in the comments down below. Now, I mentioned the condition on these isn't great. It's not great at all. As you can see on Earthquake here, he's supposed to have his full name across here. This logo's a bit, you know, whatever, but we still need to clean them up as well. There's a bit of sticker residue and stuff left in them, so we'll do our best to tidy them up a bit. Like I said, I didn't buy them to sell. These are figures that I want to keep for my own collection. Like I'd mentioned before, had God knows how many of these back in the day. I must try, I doubt I'd find it in time for this video. I might throw it up on like Instagram or something like that, but I'm pretty sure I have like a photograph that I took myself as a kid on a little disposable camera or something, and it has like all the wrestlers that I had inside the ring. So if I can find that, I'll shove it up somewhere on social media, so make sure you're following me and all the little links down below to see where that pops up. But yeah, Earthquake was one of those lads. Anyway, I grabbed a little handful here to see who else we got. But yeah, I said euro each, couldn't leave these behind. There might be a few hidden bangers in here, you never know. Like I said, I haven't even looked at these yet. Look, Macho Man has the thing still stuck all around him. So that's Macho Man Randy Savage, or Macho King as he was known at that stage. We've got Marty Jannetty. Unfortunately only one of the Rockers, but we'll find Shawn Michaels eventually and pair them up. But he still has like his little spring action, and although some of their like arms and stuff like that don't quite do what they used to. No, this is Coco Beware, I think, is it? He just did that. Most of them still have like their functionality and stuff about them. We've got a bit of a rough looking Hulkster there, almost as rough as he's looking nowadays, but again, as you can see, all the sort of logos and stuff are worn off them. Even stickers, we'll have to take them all off. But yeah, we'll get them cleaned up and they'll do a job on the shelf for now. There's Kurt Hennig, aka Mr. Perfect. This lad, I should know who this is. It's not. I know his head kind of looks a bit like Hacksaw Jim Duggan, but I don't think that's the gear he wore. But yeah, if anyone can identify him, please let me know. As if any of them are absolute bangers, you can let me know as well. As I drop the whole bag on the ground. Yeah, I have a great little setup here. We'll pick them up in a minute. Anyway, here's one of the Bushwhackers. He's actually still got like pretty tight movement in his arms and stuff like that, so he's in decent condition out of the lot. Bear with me while I do a bit of a rough jump cut and retrieve all the shit that I just dropped on the ground. Give me a second. Alright, so I've retrieved 5. I don't know if something's gone under a fucking shelf or something there, but sure, look. Who else have we got? This is... oh, this is going to annoy me actually. I know this one. Is he like Animal, or is he one of the Road Warriors or something like that? It's not coming to me now at the moment. The Ultimate Warrior, he was my favourite back in the day. Was a big Warrior fan over Hogan, so I used to buck the trend. And out of the last 3, this fella, one of the Nasty Boys, can't remember exactly who he is, but again, not amazing condition. But we're all about rescuing things from charity shops, lads. We don't want to leave it behind. This, I don't know whether someone's like after piecing a torso together with tights or what the story is. Whether it's supposed to look like that, I don't know, but I don't have a clue who that is. Actually looks a bit like John Cena. And then, yeah, this last fella here, again, is he Typhoon? No, Typhoon used to wear, I'm not sure who he's supposed to be, so I actually started off well. I kind of knew the first 7, and then towards the end didn't have a clue what I was looking at. But so yeah, that was the wrestling figures that we spent the €14 on. It's not amazing condition, but for the sake of €1 each, we'll find somewhere to display them here in the game room, and we'll find them again somewhere along the way in nicer condition, and we'll move off the ones that we have here, and we get like a nice collection of really nice figures together there. So yeah, onto the game room / car update. I've been kind of chipping away in the background. I showed the bulk deal that I did with Alistair earlier on. I don't know if I went into too much detail on it. It was mostly just sort of lower value stuff that I hadn't got around to bringing up to CEX. Sort of stuff that maybe would have traded for 3-4 quid that was a little bit too scratched. I thought maybe they wouldn't take. I'd kind of had an idea to maybe bring it all up in one go and just see what they took one time and get something out of the lot, but it's just been sitting in drawers for the last sort of year or two when slowly kind of adding bits in when I don't check them properly in the charity shop. So Alistair was more than happy to take the lot off me. I kind of added in, I went through like the DS games on the shelf. I don't really care too much for the DS games I had. Like I kept the Castlevania, Zeldas, Marios, that sort of stuff, but the rest of it was kind of puzzle games, again, stuff that I probably kept for a trade fodder that never bothered bringing up. So that was in there, and there was some nice kind of disc only stuff, empty cases, and yeah, and he was delighted to kind of get a bit more inventory together there. Yeah, actually make sure and check out Alistair's Instagram. It'll magically appear here as I speak the words, but it's Quest for Retro. I'll put it in the description below as well. We were only talking the other day how neither of us kind of post anywhere near enough on Instagram, so that'll probably give him a kick up the arse to try and post a little bit more. But we both need to step up our game. We were still saying that we really need to catch up with the king of Instagram at the moment, Brian at Be Kind Rewind Retro. We'll give him a free tag down here as well. If you're not following along with him, he's absolutely killing it lately with sort of lunchtime pickups and finding some amazing stuff. So some great guys over on Instagram. I'll throw a few more random ones in there as well. Make sure and check out all those too. But yeah, onto the general sort of game room slash car update. I've been slowly kind of moving a few bits out. That deal with us that we were able to get done earlier in the week, where we're going to be out sort of that way anyway, so it worked out perfectly well. But still don't have the car back. I'm hoping to get it back now next week. It's in there getting fixed at the moment, so it's probably been about a week and a half, and I was kind of told maybe a few weeks to get it sorted. So hopefully we can get that car back and start getting a bit more hunting done. But I've been holding back on, I know I've been saying about doing this clear out and whatever else, but I kind of want to spend a bit of time over this weekend organising. We've been having to think about it, and I think the Nintendo stuff obviously is going to have to stay because that's just a Nintendo fanboy. But think about the PS2 stuff behind me, the Xbox 360 shelf over there. Again, not something I'm overly sentimental for, so what we're going to do is we're going to look for duplicates first and foremost. Anything that's Nintendo related that we have on either PS2 or 360, that's going to go. And then we'll kind of look at anything that we have on both PS2 and Xbox, and we'll probably get rid of one or the other, see what's maybe going for more at the moment. We might even get rid of both. As I said, thinking about it, there's not a lot here that I've been, I said I don't get a chance to play half of it anyway, but half of it I don't get a chance to play any of it anyway, so there's nothing too crazy in here. And that I like there's probably some stuff here and over there for whatever reason that I want to keep a hold of, that I might have designs on playing someday, or for whatever reason it just has a good memory picking it up in charity shops or stuff, or for the channel along the way. But the other stuff I think is pretty much going to be fair game. At the end of the day, you know, low to mid-price PlayStation and 360 stuff we're going to find in the charity shops all day long. So I think we're going to kind of just hold on to the heart of the fine stuff, and anything else that's there is going to be fair game. So I kind of want to have the car back so that I can kind of get, you know, if I'm doing bulk lots, I need to be able to get out and about and meet people, and it's so awkward at the moment kind of chatting to people saying, oh, you know, where are you based? I can't meet you here, I can't meet you there. It's just not a good way to do business. So what we'll do is get a bit of organisation done over the weekend, start getting like a fresh pile of stuff since we've cleared off that area there. Yeah, we'll probably document that and show it in the next video. Yeah, so that'll be the real purge video that I've been threatening to do for ages now, so that's definitely one to look forward to very soon. But yeah, between the deal that we've done with Alistair, I've been chipping away at a few other things, let a few other bits go, things that people have sort of been after for a while that I got in touch with. And we've got an updated car fund, so we've managed to raise all in, I've obviously done the maths already because I've got the new figure here, I think it was like €650. So our new car costs are down to 1,750. Like, do you know what, we'll let ourselves have that t-shirt, we won't add the cost of that in, so we'll call it 1,750 even. So that's what we've got left to raise. Still have the box Saturn there. Yeah, I just failed putting that pen back in, but anyway, yeah, still have the box Saturn there. Again, do have some people interested in that. I thought it was actually worth a bit more than it is, so I just want to make sure that I'm not completely undervaluing it. But once I'm happy that I'm kind of got the cost of it nailed down, we'll get in touch with a few people, we'll get that moved on. So that'll be another, so maybe if we bundle it with a few games, another couple of £100 towards that, and then we'll see all of what else comes out of here. But there's a few bits and pieces in here that I think straight off the bat we'll get another couple of £100 for, and then it just all depends what sort of value is on the games that come out of there. So we're slowly chipping away at it. If I can get that to like even close to £1,000, I'll be more than happy with that. We'll figure the rest out with like some extra hours and work or whatever. But once there's a big chunk of that paid off, as I said, I'll be happy enough then to leave everything else that's here, and then we can start getting back out hunting again in the car, hopefully fixed and sorted and not giving me any more trouble for a while. And then we can go look and start trying to find some of this stuff that we've had to let go to get the car back in the first place. As I said, that's the plan over the next couple of weeks anyway. As I said, we'll film everything as we go along. We'll try our best to keep you updated with little bits and pieces on the different socials and stuff like that. And yeah, hopefully not too long for the next video where we'll kind of try and give you an update on what's been happening. Never know, we might even be able to get out there and get a bit more hunting done. But we'll leave it at that for this one. Thanks so much for checking it out as always, sticking to the end, like and subscribing, all that sort of good stuff, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Good old-fashioned game hunting to get.
bulk deal in. So
but we'll keep moving. We still have traffic everywhere. And we're back up in the game room now. We've already shown the game puck up.